Hi, hello, my name is Eric, not real Eric, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use your original Nintendo Switch controllers on the Nintendo Switch 2. This includes controllers such as the single Joy-Con, the Joy-Con Duo, and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, along with a few surprises. I love the Nintendo Switch. This is the console that I've put the most amount of hours in over all the years in my life. The Nintendo Switch might actually be the best system Nintendo's ever made, with its great hardware and its phenomenal software library as well. Granted, some of it comes from the Wii U, its original library is still an all-time great. When the Nintendo Switch came onto the scene in 2017, it immediately made waves. One incredibly impactful thing about it was its diverse controller options. The Switch allows for handheld play, single Joy-Con options, and the Joy-Con Duo options allows for two styles, attached and unattached. Since then, we've seen a lot of these ideas become commonplace in the market, and some were even improved upon with the Switch 2. But at the same time, the Switch broke a tradition that Nintendo carried for decades, that their pristine controllers could last for years. My NES controller still works 40 years later, but my first pair of Joy-Cons developed stick drift within its first year. That shift from rock-solid durability to fragile drifting hardware was a turning point at this generation. That did not mean that other Nintendo controller hardware didn't meet those old expectations. Lucky for us, setup with all these controllers will be really easy because all of the Nintendo Switch controllers connect natively with Nintendo Switch 2. All of the controllers have a sync button on top that you will need to press and hold when you're at the controller pairing menu. Simple, straight to the point. No adapters, no complicated setups, nothing extra. Just press the sync button and you're good to go. Using the single Joy-Con for Pokémon Lets Go. It really gives you that handheld feel, and it's simple, smooth, and responsive, and it makes every throw feel pretty natural. Even though technically a peripheral, I think the Ring-Con should be mentioned, as it will only fit the original Joy-Con controllers for its Ring-Con and its strap, not Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con controllers. Super Mario Odyssey with the Joy-Cons detached lets you swing, jump, and throw Cappy with pretty good precision. The motion controls adds a layer of immersion, especially in a boss fight like this one. Despite coming out in the first year of the Nintendo Switch's launch, I still think ARMS is one of the best cases of the Joy-Cons' motion controls. The attached Joy-Con Duo make the home run contest in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate feel solid and responsive. You get tight controls over your swings, and it's easy to time the hits perfectly. Platforming titles like Super Mario Maker 2 also feel very nice because of the Joy-Con's very satisfying buttons. While I'm more accustomed to the PlayStation layout, Persona 5 Royal feels comfortable on the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. The controller's ergonomics makes it comfortable for its long sessions without fatigue, which is good because this game has some long dungeons.
Persona. This isn't it. Persona! There! Persona!
Donkey Kong Bananza's DLC might be a little bit steep for its asking price, but it is fun, and it feels even better when you're using a Pro controller in hand. Nintendo Switch Online controllers are Nintendo Switch controllers, and while I don't have the NES NSO controller or the Sega Genesis NSO controller, I do have a few to test out, starting with this one. The Super Nintendo controller brings back that classic vibe perfectly. Super Mario Bros. Wonder feels both nostalgic and fresh, so every jump, run, and power-up feels just like the original games. The tight controls on this controller makes precision platforming feel more satisfying than ever.
Always believed in you.
Mina the Hollower demo on the Super Nintendo controller feels just right with its retro-inspired platforming. The tight button layout and the precise D-pad control makes tricky jumps into combat feel satisfying. I can't wait for its Halloween 2025 release date. Next up, Mario Kart World, which is surprisingly really solid with the N64 NSO controller. Steering feels familiar, and using the classic analog stick gives you that authentic retro racing like in Mario Kart 64. Star Fox 64 plays perfect with the N64 controller. Flying through space, shooting and bombing enemies, doing barrel rolls feels exactly as it did back in the day.
I'll take this one. Get the one behind you. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Use the booster case! I guess I should be thankful. Do a barrel roll!
Using Game Share, I'm controlling Mario from my original Nintendo Switch while playing on the Switch 2. It works flawlessly, letting me experiment with controlling the character from a separate device. Similar case here with Donkey Kong Bonanza. Using Game Share on my Nintendo Switch Lite, I'm able to control Pauline, however, I can't move the main character around like in Mario Odyssey. And there we have it. Every original Nintendo Switch controller I own connects natively to the Nintendo Switch 2 using the sync button, and Game Share even allows additional control from other Switch devices. No adapters, no workarounds, no fuss. I'm glad that even some of these controllers from 2017 are fully functional and operable even today. The original Switch's versatility was ahead of its time, and it's incredible to see that foundation carry over so smoothly into the next generation. But that's going to be all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Eric, not real Eric. Stay real, stay safe, stay you. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter, and we'll catch you in the next one.